the secret every man should know about Vietnam. There's something they don't tell you in travel guides about Vietnam. Walk through the streets of Hanoi or Saigon at sunrise, and you'll witness something that makes grown men forget their flight home. Vietnamese women possess an elegance that seems almost impossible in the modern world. Graceful movements, traditional AO dye dresses flowing like water, faces that combine delicate features with an inner strength you can feel across a crowded street. But here's what'll shock you. This beauty isn't just skin deep, and what you're about to discover about this country will change how you see Southeast Asia forever. Why Vietnam stands apart from every other destination. Vietnam stretches along the eastern edge of the Indo-Chinese peninsula like a dragon's spine, which is exactly what locals call their homeland. Over 1,650 miles of coastline facing the South China Sea. The country looks like two rice baskets hanging from a pole, the northern Red River Delta and southern Mekong Delta connected by a thin strip of mountainous terrain. This geography created something unexpected. Two distinct cultures that somehow merged into one fascinating nation. Mountains cover 3/4 of the territory, creating natural fortresses that protected this land for millennia. The geography that shaped warriors. Ha Long Bay in the north features over 1,600 limestone islands rising from emerald waters. These karst formations took 500 million years to create, and local legend says a dragon carved them while descending to the sea. Vietnam shares borders with China to the north, Laos to the northwest, and Cambodia to the southwest. For over 1,000 years, the Chinese Empire controlled Vietnam. Yet somehow, this small nation not only won independence but developed a culture so distinct that today you'd never confuse the two. The women who run everything. Here's where things get really interesting. Vietnamese society runs on something called Trong Nguyen, the concept that women manage household finances and major family decisions. Walk into any market from Hue to Can Tho, and you'll see women negotiating, trading, running businesses with an efficiency that would shame most Western corporations. The AO dye, that iconic fitted tunic over flowing pants, turns heads not because it's revealing but because it suggests everything while showing nothing. But the real power comes from history most foreigners never studied. Sisters who defeated an empire. In 40 AD, two Vietnamese sisters named Trung Trac and Trung Nhi raised an army and kicked out Chinese occupiers. They ruled for 3 years before being overwhelmed. Vietnam celebrates them as national heroes. Fast forward through centuries of resistance against Mongols, Chinese, French, Japanese, Americans. Vietnamese women fought in every conflict, comprising up to 30% of combat forces. They dug the Siu Chi tunnels, transported supplies down the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and when you see a Vietnamese woman today, you're looking at the descendant of warriors. Cities that never sleep. Ho Chi Minh City explodes with 8 million people crammed into barely 800 square miles. Motorbikes swarm the streets like mechanical locusts, 5 million of them creating a symphony of engines that never stops. Cross any street and you'll understand what trust means. You step into traffic and walk at a steady pace while scooters flow around you like water around a stone. The Ben Thanh market alone sees hundreds of thousands of visitors monthly, selling everything from silk to street food that'll rewire your taste buds. Hanoi, where history breathes. The northern capital Hanoi feels completely different from Saigon's chaos. Over 1,000 years old, this city moves to a different rhythm. The old quarter divides into 36 streets, each historically dedicated to a specific trade. But Lake Hon Kim in the city center holds a secret. Legend says a giant turtle lives in its depths, and locals swear they've seen it surface during important national moments. Scientists confirmed a giant softshell turtle existed there until 2016. The tunnels beneath your feet. Siu Chi tunnels northwest of Ho Chi Minh City stretch for 155 miles underground. An entire network of living quarters, hospitals, command centers, weapons factories carved beneath the earth. Some tunnels ran 3 levels deep. During the war, soldiers would be standing directly above fighters planning attacks. The tunnels were so narrow that average-sized Western soldiers couldn't fit through them. Today you can crawl through widened sections for tourists, and even those make claustrophobic adults cry for the surface after 50 yards. Food that rewrites your brain. Vietnamese cuisine ranks among the world's finest. Pho, the iconic beef noodle soup, Seems simple until you learn the broth simmers for 12 to 16 hours with charred ginger, star anise, cinnamon, and bones that release marrow into liquid gold. Banh mi sandwiches combine French baguettes with Vietnamese flavors. Pâté, cilantro, pickled vegetables, chili, and meat that costs maybe 50 cents to $1, or about 45 to 90 euro cents. One sandwich and you'll understand why top chefs call Vietnamese food their favorite on earth. The coffee that conquered Asia. Vietnam produces the second most coffee globally after Brazil. Traditional coffee drips slowly through a metal filter balanced on your cup, mixing with sweetened condensed milk below. The result: thick, strong, sweet enough to stand a spoon in. Egg coffee in Hanoi whips egg yolk with condensed milk and sugar into a foam that sits atop your coffee like a custard cloud. One cup contains enough caffeine to make you see through time. Beaches that rival the Caribbean. Nha Trang's coastline stretches 6 kilometers of white sand facing turquoise water warm year-round. Phu Quoc Island in the south remained relatively unknown until the past decade. Now it's becoming Southeast Asia's next major beach destination. Da Nang's Mai Kea Beach earned its reputation during the war when soldiers made it their rest and recreation spot. Mountains where clouds live. Sapa in Vietnam's northern highlands sits at nearly 5,000 feet elevation. Rice terraces cascade down mountainsides in patterns so perfect they look computer-generated. Ethnic minority groups maintain these terraces exactly as their ancestors did centuries ago. Women from these tribes wear intricate traditional dress with silver jewelry and headdresses that can weigh several pounds. The truth about Vietnam's reputation. Now let's address why some call Vietnam sinful. This isn't about moral decay or vice in the Western sense. It's about freedom that makes uptight societies uncomfortable. Vietnamese culture embraces pleasure without the guilt that plagues other nations. Good food, beautiful scenery, attractive people, and a society that doesn't shame natural human desires. Walk through the nightlife districts of major cities, and you'll find everything from rooftop bars with spectacular views to clubs that rage until dawn. But it's not seedy or desperate. There's an openness, an acceptance of life's pleasures that feels refreshing. The women foreigners can't forget. Vietnamese women marry foreign men at rates that shock people unfamiliar with the culture. But this isn't desperation. It's pragmatism mixed with genuine openness to different cultures. A Vietnamese woman doesn't worship Western men, but she'll judge you on character, stability, and how you treat her family. She'll run circles around you intellectually, manage money better than you ever could, and expect respect in return. These women are tough, smart, and won't tolerate nonsense. The country that won every war. Consider this timeline. Chinese occupation for over 1,000 years, defeated. Mongol invasions in the 13th century, defeated 3 times. French colonization, defeated after 90 years. Japanese occupation, defeated. American military intervention, defeated. Chinese invasion in 1979, defeated within a month. Vietnam hasn't lost a war in recorded history. This tiny country outlasted every empire that tried to control it. That spirit, that absolute refusal to submit, permeates Vietnamese culture today, where East meets West without conflict. French colonial architecture stands beside Buddhist temples. Baguettes share space with rice noodles. Coffee culture imported from France merged with local traditions to create something entirely new. The war with America ended 50 years ago, yet today Americans rank among the most welcome tourists. Vietnamese people separate government politics from individual relationships with remarkable maturity. Why Vietnam wins Southeast Asia. Thailand gets more tourists but feels increasingly commercialized. Cambodia offers ancient temples but struggles with infrastructure. Laos remains beautiful but underdeveloped. Vietnam combines all the best elements. Incredible food, diverse landscapes, rich culture, reasonable prices, improving infrastructure, and genuine warmth toward foreigners. It's the complete package that other countries can't match. Your next move. We want to hear from you. Drop a comment telling us which city or country you're watching from right now. What did you think about these facts about Vietnam? Did anything surprise you? Hit that hype button and smash the like button. It costs you nothing but helps this channel grow, so we can bring you more incredible content about fascinating destinations. Thank you for doing that. Now click one of the videos appearing on your screen right now to discover even more mind-blowing curiosities about countries you never knew existed.